Hey guys, I want to continue today in the book of Mark, looking at chapter 9, continuing the story we began yesterday about the man who brought his kid to the disciples, and the disciples couldn't cast this demon out. And Jesus said, "Bring him to me," nothing more powerful than that. Well, the man brought his child to Jesus, and Jesus says this, verse 20, "So they brought him. When the spirit saw Jesus, it immediately threw the boy into a convulsion. He fell to the ground and rolled around, foaming at the mouth. Jesus asked the boy's father, 'How long has he been like this?' 'From childhood,' he answered. 'It has often thrown him into the fire or the water to kill him. But if you can do anything, take pity on us and help us.'" "If you can," said Jesus. "Everything is possible for him who believes." And we read how Jesus cast the demon out. If you can. You know, that statement has intrigued me a little bit. Here's this man, and he says, "Lord, help my unbelief. I do believe, but God, help my unbelief." That's a statement of brutal honesty. You see, I would suggest to you, and I don't want to be overly simplistic about it, but there's a couple of different levels to this thing called faith. The first level of faith is the level that this man was at. We believe that God can do anything. Like, who wouldn't believe that? If he could call the world into being with just a voice and just a word, surely he could do anything. If he could come down from heaven and die upon a cross and take away our sin, surely he can do anything. There doesn't be too much faith involved in believing that God can do those things. The next level of faith, however, is the level that says not only can he do that, but he will do that. This is the level that said that those guys we spoke about yesterday who brought their friend to Jesus, lowered him down through. They said to the friend, "He will heal you. We know he can, and we know he will heal you." That's the next level of faith, where we know not just can he do it, he can do anything, but he is going to do it. And then the last aspect of what this faith is all about, the highest level of all, is that Jesus has done it. That's a statement of faith, that I have prayed, I believe you can, I believe you will, and my heart of faith is saying, you've already done it. It may not have been manifest yet, but I know in the spirit realm that you have already answered my prayer. Do you remember that beautiful incident where a Roman centurion came to Jesus, and he was there amongst a whole bunch of Jewish people, rather an uncomfortable situation for himself. And Jesus said, "What can I do for you?" And the Roman man, very somewhat nervously but quite boldly, said, "Jesus, I have a servant. I really like this guy. He's very ill, and I want to know if you will heal him." And so Jesus says, "I can come to your house. And if I can come to your house, then I know I can heal him, and I will heal him." And this man took his faith a step further, and he said, "Jesus, you don't need to bother come to my house. You don't need to enter in. You don't need to say, because I know you can, I know you will, and I actually know that you already have." And as that man left, his servant was healed that very hour. Jesus marveled at this man's faith. He said, "Man, there is no faith like this that I have seen in the entire Jewish nation, and now I find it in a Gentile Roman centurion." And that's a high level of faith, is it not? I know God can. We pretty much all do that. I know God will is another thing, but the fact that God already has, and I am waiting for him to manifest his answer to me, is the highest level of faith attainable. Let's journey in our journey of faith. Let's not just believe he can. We all believe that. Let's believe he will. That's the next step, that he's going to answer this prayer. He will answer this prayer in his time and in his will and in his perfect purpose. He will answer my prayer. And the ultimate is where you have that deep inner reassurance, like that man did. Jesus, you've already done it. I don't have to say any more. I just need to go home and see the evidence of what you can do, will do, and now already have done. That may help us in our faith journey today as we look to see how best God works in us and through us, and as he grows our faith because we do know, Hebrews tells us, that without faith, you know what I'm going to say, it is impossible to please God. Can, will, already has. Let's live like that. Bye guys, see you tomorrow. Cheers.